Mr. President, thank you for convening this meeting and for facilitating the adoption of the resolution A/3/L8/Rev1. My delegation would like to speak on the objective and principle and commitment of the resolution and would like to take the opportunity to thank both the co-sponsors and those who supported the resolution. My delegation would also like to thank those that have participated in the negotiations. It has been intensively negotiated over the months, and its adoption by consensus today sends an important message of hope to the most vulnerable populations in the Pacific, and their daily struggles are not forgotten. Before going any further, I would like to align this statement with a statement introducing the resolution delivered by Nauru on behalf of the PCIDS. Mr. President, the resolution just adopted in this August Assembly speaks on the adverse impact of climate change, which is accelerating at a rate that is now posing human security, food security, water security, health security, and striking dominant security threats in countries of the Pacific. It has triggered migratory movements as more and more people become displaced through shoreline erosion, coastal flooding, agricultural disruption, and increase of king tides within the Pacific, especially among Solomon Islands' low-lying islands. If I may add, Mr. President, Solomon Islands is already emerging from the ethnic conflict and would like to see stability is maintained. Mr. President, the recent IPCC report identifies these climate change security threats. The resolution calls on the UN system to deal with these threats. It is our hope that by having UN principal organs deal with climate change-induced threats, including the Security Council, it allows the United Nations to be proactive and must do more before we arrive at the point where these threats become serious and irreversible to hold. Our time frame under Kyoto Protocol is not sufficient in reducing harmful gas emissions into our environment. One of the objectives of the resolution is to bring to the international community's attention that SEEDS and LDCs in particular, the Pacific LDCs and SEEDS, are ill-equipped to combat climate change impact. The resolution also builds a political momentum to current negotiations beginning in Bonn this week on the Bali Action Plan, to which we all attach much importance to. Mr. President, the principles and basis of the resolution is for us to address collectively these security threats by taking precautionary measures in anticipation to prevent and minimize the threats. Secondly, the resolution promotes sustainable development to better enable those on the front line of climate change to better respond to these threats with technology transfer and sufficient funds to carry out mitigation and adaptation programs. My delegation takes this time to acknowledge Italy, Austria, City of Milan, as well as Turkey and Taiwan for their support on the ongoing regional and bilateral community rural focused renewable energy programs in Solomon Islands. Solomon Islands navigate, thrive, and survive on global cooperation. Hence, the resolution adopted today calls for the widest possible cooperation by all member states. Those that co-sponsor and support the resolution come from all 6 regions of our membership. We are very grateful for your support. Mr. President, the commitment of the resolution is to ensure it remains a living resolution where the international system has an effective institutional arrangement to undertake periodic reporting on the measurable climate change threats, especially on SEEDS and LDCs, and to have the membership to fully engage and have a deep sense of responsibility to address them. Deeper actions with nationally strong and appropriate mitigation and adaptation actions to address the threats in an effective and sustained manner. Mr. President, Let me close by quoting our Secretary General's acceptance speech. He stated, and I quote, "The true measure of our success of the United Nations is not how much we promise, but how much we deliver to those that need us most," unquote. In this connection, this resolution is a 911 call for assistance by a group of states that need the United Nations most. I thank you, Mr. President.